So the list that they gave was pretty on point, I'd say. Outsourced thinking is one of the sins, right? So
Interesting.
Yeah, which totally makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you've heard that in your work as well. And they're suggesting change that to a virtue of ownership rather than outsourced thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The next one is wasted time.
Interesting.
Translate that to automation.
Okay, wasted time in the context of like production?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's like often lauded as like a productivity tool.
Yeah.
But as we both know, all this stuff like requires experimentation, and it's also incredibly inconsistent sometimes, right?
It is, totally.
So I think the point there is that with any experiment, you need to know when to stop, when to like call it, because that all takes so much longer, right? I don't know.
Go on.
All right, the next one we've got lost details. So lost details is pretty vague. That's one of the more vaguest ones, but I'm assuming it's more like context. So when you rely on summaries for things, when you drop a link in or you drop an article, we know that it's reading that, but it's like regurgitating it, but it's also using the model to regurgitate it. So there's gaps in those summaries. So you have this loss of fidelity. And that one, I think it's a trap, right? We should just call these traps, not sins. We gotta get away from the biblical. So yeah, the lost fidelity trap makes a lot of sense because you've seen it, I'm sure. You put something in and you're like, no, they totally missed this.
Yeah, totally. Often.
Right.
Often, actually.
Yeah.
It does require a lot. I still require, like, surprisingly, for where we're at, it does still require guidance.
So much guidance.
Human intervention. For where we're at, you'd think it would be, yeah. I mean, even like when you set up GPTs and stuff, you have to constantly, I find, you have to constantly sort of like refresh the same thing, like the same inputs, because it will just like totally forget about them sometimes, I've found.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
I know. And like the lack of guardrails as well. You have to remind it to like not do things. It's like that would be $100 billion well spent by OpenAI from Nvidia is figure out these problems. Because these things are plaguing the value of this.
Yeah.
We got so far, but like these problems have been around
a long
since
time.
day one.
Yeah, totally.